Now, Dr. Qureshi, as you had said, that there are many scientific developments and technological developments, প্রচুর scientific and technological developments হয়েছে, and through it we can detect that even the infertility can be in a men or in a particular man. So will you please tell us how it is detected by y'all? Like, should the person go to a gynecologist, or there are some other categories of doctors whom they should go to, or is it you all who all are treating such problems?
Actually, gynecologists are the one who treats the infertility, but as some couple comes to us and as they are infertile, they are unable to conceive. So first, from how to evaluate a male partner, from history, হিস্ট্রি থেকে শুরু করাটা, ইনভেস্টিগেট করাটা। তো হিস্ট্রিতে আমরা কি কি মানে কি কি what the thing we should ask for in a male partner. First of all, like regarding any childhood problem, like there can be a viral infection in the testes, or there can be trauma in testes, ওখান থেকে প্রবলেম হতে পারে। ঠিক আছে, তো হিস্ট্রি ইজ any regarding occupation of a male partner, regarding some medical disorder like diabetes, thyroid, any surgery near the testes. These things we should take in a history. And the one basic test we do in a male partner, we do, that is the husband semen analysis. From there we can evaluate that there is a problem. The basic test is done. The only test which we do in a male partner is the husband semen analysis. So there is a previously, 10 to 20 years back, there was no standardization of the how do we evaluate the male partner. But in 2010, WHO proposed a criteria for the semen parameters. So what do we check in the semen parameter? There are 4-5 things we generally check in the husband semen. That is the volume of the semen, the sperm concentration in the semen, that should be normal, like 15 million per ml, the motility of the sperm in the semen, and the morphology of it. There are the cutoff value which was proposed by WHO in 2010. If some says the semen parameters, like if the person has a normal semen parameter, like it is matching with the WHO parameter or WHO cutoff, then we consider as a normal. That means that this person who is having the normal semen parameter can become a father. And there are problems in regarding in segment, like if someone having the count which is less than 15 million per ml, we consider as oligospermia. That means the sperm count is less. If suppose the sperm motility, which generally supposed to be more than 40%, or progressive motility is supposed to be 32%, which is considered normal. Suppose if it is less, then we consider that semen is an asthenozoospermic. And suppose the morphological, that is the how the sperm looks, the morphology of the sperm, it should be around 4%. If suppose this is less than 4%, we call this as a teratozoospermia. So there are 4-5 things we see in that semen parameters. And this is to be tested by maintaining an abstinence of 3 to 7 days. We told the couple to maintain abstinence for 3 to 7 days. Generally it's not more than that, because it then makes the analysis erroneous. So what the how it is done, we tell the husband to maintain abstinence of 3 to 7 days, and by doing the masturbation we collect that semen in a wide bore container, clean container, and the evaluation has been done. So these 4-5 things we check, like the volume I said, the count, and the motility and morphology. By doing this we can come to the conclusion that there is a problem, or how do we treat them. There can be a problem in one parameter, like the count is come, then we call it oligos. And there can be a problem in like 1 or 2 parameters, like count can be less, motility can be less. So by doing this, if there is only 1 or 2 parameter is below suboptimal, then we consider it as a mild factor. And if it is a very severe, very count is very low, motility is very much hampered, morphology is less than 1%, then we call it it's a severe male factor problem. Then the semen parameter is more severely deranged. So like this we categorize this semen test, and there are so many reasons for that. Suppose if for example I tell like if the count is less, so there can be pre-testicular reason, testicular reason, and the post-testicular reason. So in pre-testicular reason, the reason for this low count can be pituitary, hypothalamus, from where the hormone secretes. So but that percentage is very less. And if we come to the testicular reason, so there can be some childhood infection, trauma, varicocele can be there. So these are the reason for this low count or low semen parameter in the testes. And the another reasons for this abnormal semen can be the post testicular, when the reason is beyond the testes, when there can be some obstruction in the ductus where the semen is released. So if there is an obstruction from where the semen is released, the semen parameter will be suboptimal. That's we call the obstructive reasons. And for this reason, there are treatment according to that.